taking me home. One thing really do one.
Hey guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this haul and try on from Makeup Revolution just to see how it works and how it plays. First thing I'm gonna go over, I put it in this bag because it was getting on my nerves. It's from Makeup Revolution, but this is the one I had ordered that had came in from Beauty Bay that was completely shattered. I said I would never order from Beauty Bay again, and then I went and ordered the Nikki Tutorials palette. But as we all can remember, what the inside of my Beauty Bay package came in, there was absolutely no stuffing or anything. So of course, everything that I had from Makeup Revolution had shattered, and it just truly got on my nerves. Like, are you kidding me? This is exactly how my package came from Makeup Revolution. Lucky for me, these items that I'll go over with you guys are actually self-contained. It's my Makeup Revolution powders that exploded all over the place. This is the matte base in P13. And the other one is the matte base in, what is this? P14. So I got both of these because of Andrea Renee. She was saying they were excellent bronzing powders for women of color. So they both shattered. So there isn't anything I could do with these. I was so pissed and upset. It just sat there for a minute. The other items that I did go ahead and get was this. I don't even know what it is. This is the Revolution Forever Flawless eyeshadow palette. And it looks like this. It's such a beautiful palette. Lucky for me, none of the powders actually got inside of the palette. So I'll just be able to go ahead and clean off the outside of this actual palette. And I did go ahead and get in these items, which are, this is the loose pigment eye pigments. I can't even see and read some of this stuff because I'm having to go in and take all the makeup and stuff off. This is so stupid. But this is the reason why I didn't go pre-clean it before filming, because you guys need to know the real deal truth, Holyfield. But this is the shade Winter Blues, and this is the loose eyeshadow pigment. So let's go ahead and open it up. I'm going to go ahead and open all of them up and take all of them out. So this way I don't get what's inside dirty. So bear with me, I got 3 of them. So let's go ahead and get a makeup wipe. This is ridiculous. You sitting up here like, did you just remove a full face of makeup? This is ridiculous. So let's go ahead and go in here and take these out. This is Winter Blues. I'm gonna give you guys a closer look of it, of course. This is coming in from Sample Beauty, and these are their pigments. The next one I got in is shade 5B, which is a really pretty green. And the last one, this is the pigment in Bambi, a beautiful orange that pretty much matches my shirt. So let me go ahead and get this crap out of the way, and we can get ready to go over these swatches and these pigments. Right now on my eyes is something else I'm testing out. It's the new Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity palette. Okay, so now that we got all the items cleaned up, that is a pretty blue jean. It's like a blue jean marble. That is really, really pretty. Here is the actual palette. And even though I don't even understand how some of that bronzing powder got inside right here. Lucky for me, I don't use the mirrors in my palettes like that anyway, so it doesn't matter for me. But it comes with a really great mirror. You guys can see the clarity in that mirror. Really beautiful. This eyeshadow palette is just like a blue eyeshadow palette dream. Those are really the true colors right there, so I don't even have to do a close-up of it. Even though when you're looking, you're like, Lynn, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, why are these greens looking the same? When we do a close-up, it's not really what you guys think. You got your mattes and your shimmers in that. So that what you guys are seeing actually contain both your mattes and your shimmers. So even though some of the shades look alike, like that blue underneath the drench, that freeze is a really pretty blue. Melt is a deeper green. Crystal and drench look the same, but they're not. Crystal is a really light green, where drench is a deeper turquoise light green. So it plays differently with the different looks. And you'll see break up there right here underneath my finger. So this is a really pretty palette. And right here, you have your silver in the actual palette, and you also have a bone shade over here for highlighting and different things like that. So this is a beautiful palette. Absolutely love this palette. And while we have the lights turned down low, we're gonna go ahead and go over the first sample beauty pigments. The first pigment is going to be Bambi, and Bambi is exactly that, a loose pigment. It's a fire orange loose pigment. That is absolutely stunningly beautiful. A lot of people sleep on Sample Beauty either because people haven't talked about it or just because they haven't heard about it. But I promise you, they have some of the best eyeshadows and pigments I've had a chance to come across on the market. When it comes to eyeshadow pigments, they are hands down the best in my collection. This next shade is shade 5B, which is a really pretty forest green with just a little bit of olive. That green is really pretty. That's a really pretty green, and because of the way it applies, it's one of those greens that you could just put on and pack over your eyelid and lightly blend out the same shade into your crease, and there you go. That's your one look color. The next color we're gonna do is going to be Winter Blues, which I just thought was so pretty when I was looking at it on the website. Here's Winter Blues. See the glitters? Oh crap. Okay. See the glitters? That just came out on my hand. Now, Winter Blues is one that you would have to see just like, it sings. It's like a blue with micro glitters of gold and green in it a little bit. And it sings. It almost seems like it dances on your skin a little bit. That would be so pretty on the actual eye. That orange is just stunning. And that green, like I was telling you guys, simply amazing. If you guys have not looked into Sample Beauties and their pigments, these little pigment pots will last you forever today because they're dry pigment formulas. You guys don't have to worry about them going bad anytime soon. This is something you can have and use in your collection. So they more than pay for themselves within your actual collection. Next thing we got in from Revolution is this box right here with these items. Reason why I went ahead and ordered this particular package is because I went ahead and ordered this when it actually launched. So this lets you know how late and behind I am with this. But this is the Revolution Tammi. This is the Tammi X Revolution. This is the Tammi Cart collaboration with Makeup Revolution. And this is her Tropical Carnival Shadow Palette. Man, when I tell you, I absolutely love the fact that, you know, she gives different information on the back as far as the ingredients and what's pressed pigments. Same information is on the actual back of the palette. This is the front of her palette, and that is just Tammi. Tammy's just beautiful. I love listening to her talk with her accent and everything. And when I saw her shades in her palette, I just had to get it. I understand why she couldn't actually have the names of the actual shades, you know, on the actual palette. If I can get this up without digging into one of the eyeshadows. I like the fact that they did go ahead and glue and adhere this down so it wouldn't move around. And as you put it back, that sounds so nice. But as you put it back, it's not blind, you guys. As you put it back, you'll be able to see how pretty those shades are? This is absolutely stunning. And these two yellows right here, this is actually a green and this is a yellow. Let me pull it in a little closer so you guys can see. So that is that's just simply beautiful. I will be doing a look using this actual palette, so don't worry guys, I do have that coming for you guys. A lot of you guys are still on the fence about Makeup Revolution. I love their items. I love their eyeshadows. I love their makeup and different things like that. So for for me, it's a no-brainer. It's something definitely I will continue to be able to buy and purchase from the actual brand. Next, I went ahead and got the Revolution Pro. This is their 4K blush palette. And I went ahead and got the one in peach. And this is what this looks like. It doesn't come with a mirror or anything like that. So let's go ahead and remove the insert. And these feel so soft and buttery. It's a blush, so I would not be expecting, you know, huge color payouts and turns. That middle one that I use would probably be one that I would top blushes that get a little too dark just to lighten them up. But 3 out of 4 of the blushes work against my skin tone. If you're lighter than me, you would want to go into the darker shades with, you know, a lighter hand. So here are the actual blushes. They are actually super, super pretty. God knows you can just use that pigment as a blush too. But that's super pretty, so I really like that one. We'll probably go ahead and use that one in a full face of Makeup Revolution. I did go ahead and get the Pro Precision sponge just to try to give it a try to see if I like their makeup blending sponges. I did go ahead and get this free makeup skincare thing, which is their Superfruit extract. So I'll go ahead and give that a try to see if I like their skincare. I did go ahead and pick back up my actual bases, the ones that had exploded in the beauty bag. So I did get P11 and I did go ahead and get P13. They're coming up a whole lot lighter on camera, but they're actually darker. The P11 I went ahead and got, which is actually my skin shade. And the P13 I got to go ahead and bronze up my skin. So I will be showing you guys that as I get ready to go into my face. I did go ahead and pick up 3 of the highlighters in this particular package. I did go ahead and get the Obsession Mega Honey highlighter. So this is the Mega Honey highlighter. This is so cute, the little holographic thing. And let's see what it looks like against my skin tone. So it's more of not gleaming wet type highlighter. It's more one of those naturally receding type highlighters. And it's really pretty. It's the ones that give you like a sheen from within type of highlighter. So I know a lot of you guys don't like the really bright highlighter. So this may be one that may be better for you guys. I like it. It's pretty. Next thing on the list I did go ahead and get, and this is the Makeup Revolution highlighter reloaded. And I did go ahead and pick up this shade and Raise the Bar. So let's go ahead and take a look at Raise the Bar. And we'll swatch it right here. Ooh, that's a really pretty gold. This can be buildable into a blinding highlight, as you guys can see. It looks a little ash on me. Let me turn on the light so you guys can see it a little better. That's the gold. That's the one that's a little bit more lit from within. That one can be built up, as you guys can see in my hand. It can be built up. So, really pretty. And while we have the lights turned down, the next one I went ahead and got from the Revolution Pro. This is their Supreme Highlight, and I did go ahead and get this one in the shade Metal. So, we're going to go ahead and swatch all 3. We're going to go ahead and swatch all 3 and see how all 3 look. That's beautiful. This one is the first one, second one, last one. Those are beautiful. And to be honest with you, that's a really pretty one. Ooh. They're all really pretty. This first one is like a rosé type of highlighter. The second one is more of a champagne gold. And this bottom one is a bronze golden highlighter. So they're really pretty, very shiny. You would definitely want to go ahead and use those with the light hand, obviously, because these come off as Tin Man highlighters. So definitely love those. So I'm definitely loving and digging those. So last thing we got in this box, I did go ahead and get the Makeup Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define. This is their full coverage concealer. I went ahead and picked up the shade C 17-5, well 17.5, because I wanted a different contour shade from the one I already had. The one I already have is this one right here. Let me show you guys. This one is in the shade C16. So I'm gonna show you what C16 looks like up against the newer shade that I have. Because C16 works for me in the winter months, but in the summertime, you know, when we're a little bit more tan, nobody got tan this year for the most part. But this is the original ones. This is the C16, the one I normally use, that you guys have seen on my channel. So that's a great contour bronzing before I start to use powders and stuff. That is C16. Absolutely love that one. And this is C17.5, which is going to be a little bit richer, or a whole lot more richer and a whole lot more chocolate. And I think I went a little too dark. You know how you be seeing stuff and you be like, yeah, I can get it, I can use it. This may be a little too dark for me. But I like the fact that this one has more of a golden type of a golden neutral undertone, but C17.5 has a little bit of a purple undertone, a little bit, and it's not red, but it is coming through with just a little bit of rosiness, just so you guys can actually see the two up against each other. So if you're online looking and you're trying to figure out which one to get, this is C16 and this is C17.5. And I like the fact with your packages, they're gonna go ahead and send you your name. They're gonna go ahead and send you a book with information, with your actual order and everything. Skincare discount codes. I placed this order. Ooh, this is sad. I placed this back on March 22nd, 2019. This is so sad. He's like, okay, Lenoria, that is sad. And I did go ahead and get one in Banana Deep. Same thing. This is going to be the concealing corrector, and this is their liquid color corrector. I did go ahead and get Banana Deep just simply because sometimes when I'm doing different concealer underneath my eyes, I need them to be just a little bit more golden. And when it comes to concealers, this and the e.l.f. Camo Concealer and the Kevyn Aucoin concealers are absolute bae. They're absolutely amazing. I just need one to give me just a little bit more yellow so I can use this with my different concealers that I actually have to make them a little bit more golden, because sometimes some of the concealers for my skin tone come across a little rosy or a little peachy, and I don't like that underneath my eyes. I like it more brighter and golden. So I could just take and use this concealer and put it in there just to really just add more goldness into my actual concealer. So that's the reason why I went ahead and got that. Of course, it is a color corrector for those who need yellow to color correct and cancel out different things on their actual face. And the last thing I got with this one is going to be in the shade F12.5, which is their matte base pore blurring full coverage foundation. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. And I don't know why I swatched the foundation down here, since you guys know we swatch foundation up here on our chest. So let's go ahead and move this to my actual chest. I don't think, yep. That actually might be a perfect color match for me. It is a little rosy, just a little rosy, just a little rosy. But I can work with that. I've had worse. You guys have seen worse on my actual channel, so that's not one I'm necessarily that much concerned about. And those concealers hold on for dear life. Let's see how these pigments hold on. No, pigments wipe right on off. Yeah, pigments right on off. But that's the case with pigments until you do something to actually make them adhere better to the skin. So we got through this particular box. Now I have one more coming in from Makeup Revolution. These were multiple orders placed over multiple times, guys, so don't be thinking like I placed all these. And they're still, I placed these orders literally almost a year apart. This one is coming in on the 11th of March 2020, and that's pretty sad. Okay, so I took a break. Had to run to Sephora to take back the eyeshadow palette that I'm using on my eyes and pick up something else. Okay, so let's get back into it. So the next thing that I got in from a Revolution, Makeup Revolution, Revolution Beauty, they have so many names at this point I can't keep up, is going to be this item that I clearly just stabbed the box for. I hate opening packages. You're like, okay, Liam, this is a complete different change. So the next thing I went ahead and got in is going to be from I Love Revolution. This is their Heartbreakers Matte Blush. I wonder what shade this is in. Doesn't say it on the box. This is what the box looks like. And this is what the blush looks like. It's so cute. Oh, and this is in the shade Charming. Yeah, it's gonna pop right on out. But that's how they come. So you just take and just put it back in there. But this is the blush. That's pretty. That's pretty. The peachy one is a little too light for me and my skin tone, but the deeper one would probably work well for me. And when I mix both of them, they come off really, really pretty. And mixed, it just makes a lighter blush. So this is a really pretty blush. I do like this one. And next thing that we went ahead and got, I did go ahead and pick up some more shades of their matte base powder in P14 and P15. Just to deepen up my actual bronzer when I want to go in bronze. So I'll have P15, which is the darkest. P14, which is a shade up from that. P13. And then P11. So these two right here are going to be, this one right here is my skin tone complexion when I go in to do different things on my face. This is a very light bronze, and this is to really deepen up my bronzers. I know this one right here is coming off a little bit more red, so this would be something I could probably use in the summertime, but every other time throughout the year I should be able to use this shade right here. And I'll go ahead and swatch the three darkest shades just so you guys are able to see how it actually show up on my skin tone. So the first one I'm going to swatch is P13. And P13 looks like this. Yeah, this is going to be a really light bronzer for me. It pretty much almost goes into my skin tone. So if a bronzer is too dark, too deep, too red, I may use this on top of it just to help neutralize and bring it down and blend it more into my skin tone. The next shade up is going to be P14. And P14 is definitely a bronzer shade for me. It almost goes kind of grayish a little bit. It has just a little tinge of purple in it, which would be more or less of a contour. So mixing both of them together would probably give me the best bronzer. And then the final one I have, which is P15, is this right here, which is going to definitely work for me. It's not as red as I thought. It's a little bit more orange based, which is really great for my skin complexion because I'm more of peach olive undertones. So this will work really well for me in the actual summertime. So I'm happy I got these. Again, Andrea Renee here on YouTube, she talked about how these were just perfect bronzers for her skin tone. And I did want to go ahead and give them a try out. But the real reason why I went ahead and made this particular purchase from Makeup Revolution is to be able to go ahead and try out their new at the time. It was the Conceal and Define Infinite Long Wear Concealer Crease Proof. So I did go ahead and get 3 of them. So I did go ahead and get C12, C13, and C17. Let's go ahead and look at C12 for a highlight shade for me. This is C12 to highlight. And that's a pretty light highlight, but compared to my Kevyn Aucoin that I'm currently wearing right now on my face, this is what it looks like compared to my Kevyn Aucoin. So it's a little bit, It's definitely a little bit pinker and a little bit lighter. So it's more beigey pink, where this is more golden brown. So this is the one I prefer to use. So if I have a foundation that's a little too dark for me and I need a lighter highlighter to balance it out, I'll use that. So that's great. You guys have seen me use those tricks before in the past. When you have foundations that are just a little too dark, use a lighter concealer to balance it out. This is C13. Now C13 C13 is my skin complexion. That's 100% going to be my skin complexion. So this is a concealer I would just use and travel with. Like I would just literally take and use both of them with traveling. These would be the only two things I would actually travel with. I would use C13 as a foundation and this as a concealer and just blend them all in together because mixing them both will help tone it down anyway. But it's an excellent skin match dupe. Like that's pretty much my skin tone. You guys can see the more peachy goldenness that comes out of it. And if you look closer, you can see just a little bit more olive in it. So I'm glad I got that one. And then I got C17 to contour with. So this is C17 in the Infinite collection. And that is a really nice chocolate. It's a neutral chocolate, so that's excellent for me to be able to go in the contour before I put bronzers on it. Now, in the regular Conceal and Define C17.5, let me go ahead and show you guys the color difference in the two. This one has a little bit more pinky red in it. So if you can see it perfectly there. This one is a little bit more neutral, and this one goes a little bit more deeper in tone as far as it looks like fudge chocolate with just a little bit more red. So this one is a better match for me, but I'll use both interchangeably. It just depends on the time of the year, what color I am, or if I'm trying to balance out a foundation that's too, if I'm trying to balance out a foundation that's a hair too light for me, I can go in with these and really balance it down. So I'm happy that I was able to go ahead and get these. They did go ahead and send me their free mascara. This is the mascara, the Revolution mascara. And doesn't even come with a shade or a color on. Oh, it's in the shade black. I'm not going to open it because I'm not using it just yet. But that is my Makeup Revolution haul. I will come back and actually do a complete face using all of these products because I did go ahead and use the Forever Flawless palette underneath my eyes. What you see, the blue underneath my eyes is from the Forever palette. I did go ahead and use these two blues right here. And I did go ahead, that inner highlight that you see in my eye is this gold, which is glass, mixed with this silver, which is glacier. So I did go ahead and mix those two together to actually get it. So I really like that. And I did my highlight that you guys see on my face is this. I mixed these two darker ones and topped it off a little bit with the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded and raised the bar. So I'll come back and I'll do a full face of Makeup Revolution just to be able to go over it and give you guys, you know, some options and different things. But hopefully you've liked what you've seen. If it's anything else that's out there that's coming out or has already been out that you guys want me to get, demonstrate, and or try for you guys, just let me know. And YouTube, you already know, it doesn't matter to me when you're watching me in the morning, afternoon, evening, late at night. I'm just super happy that you chose to come spend some time with your girl. And as always, thank you so much. Until next time. Bye.